Agricultural Best Management Practices, or BMPs, help agricultural producers meet water quality targets established through federal and state regulations. When properly implemented, these practices have a positive impact on both the environment and the producer's bottom line. Because the quality of Florida's water impacts us all, agricultural producers across the state are encouraged to enroll in the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services BMP program. Florida law has specific requirements for agricultural producers located within a Florida Department of Environmental Protection Adopted Basin Management Action Plan area, or BMAP. Producers in an established BMAP have the option to either enroll in the FDAC's BMP program or to demonstrate that they are meeting state water quality standards by conducting water quality monitoring prescribed by the Florida DEP or their regional water management district. Enrolling in the FDAC's BMP program is a simple three-step process.
Good morning, Mr. Denmark.
Good morning.
First, request an enrollment site visit.
Enroll in the BMP program.
The enrollment process begins with the producer contacting an FDAC's regional office of the Office of Agricultural Water Policy to schedule an enrollment site visit.
Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock.
All right.
Prior to the visit, the producer should review the applicable BMP manual and note any questions about the BMPs, unfamiliar terms, or content. The producer should also be ready to confirm the parcels of land to be enrolled to ensure that the information submitted for the enrollment is accurate. Other information needed for the enrollment site visit includes production-related information, nutrient and irrigation protocols, location of water resources on the site, such as wetlands, streams, sinkholes or springs, and poorly drained areas, and conveyances, such as ditches or streams that discharge water off-site. Second, complete the BMP checklist. On the scheduled date, the FDAC's representative will meet the producer on the subject property.
Exposed roots are a big concern of mine.
It is important to have someone familiar with the operation at the site during the scheduled visit. Together, the producer and representative will complete the BMP checklist, identifying the applicable BMPs and the timeframes for implementation.
You said you like to graze down to a certain height.
The completed BMP checklist will also serve as the basis for subsequent implementation verification site visits as required by law to ensure applicable BMPs are properly implemented.
Flash graze and moving through there, so we'll check that as in use as well.
Once the BMP checklist is completed, the producer will submit it, along with a signed Notice of Intent to Implement BMPs, also called an NOI, to the FDAC's representative.
All right. Thank you.
Third, submit the Notice of Intent and BMP checklist. The NOI represents a producer's commitment to properly implementing the applicable BMPs identified on the checklist. Both the checklist and NOI forms can be found in the BMP manuals. After the NOI and checklist are submitted to the Office of Agricultural Water Policy and the forms are entered into the database, an NOI number is generated and provided to the producer for their records. Once the forms are approved by FDACs, the producer becomes formally enrolled in the BMP program. To maintain participation with the BMP program, producers must properly implement all applicable BMPs as soon as possible, but no later than 18 months after completion and submittal of the NOI and BMP checklist. BMPs that require engineering and design, permitting, or construction may be granted an extended time frame for implementation. Proper BMP implementation includes keeping records of management actions, and all BMPs noted with the pencil icon on the BMP checklist for at least 5 years. Examples of records include nutrient application rates and locations, and soil and tissue test results. All BMP records should be accurate, up-to-date, and well-organized. A producer record-keeping tool is available for producers to keep nutrient records electronically. The process to enroll in the FDAC's BMP program is simple and straightforward. By enrolling and implementing best management practices, producers are not only complying with the law, but they are also demonstrating their commitment to Florida's environment, to clean water, and to sustaining agriculture for generations to come. Together, we can keep Florida growing. For more information on the state's agricultural BMP program, downloadable forms and other materials, as well as links to additional videos, scan the QR code above with your smartphone.